Okay, so we're going to check out Int Broly versus the blue Gogeta fight. Um, we do have him on turn 1, so... His intro is great. I think it looks really good. Both the Broly's got very cool intros. Okay. I mean, we got a pretty crazy first rotation, all things considered, with the fact that the... okay. I've actually not had this situation come up before, but yeah, this is the first time I've had it where we can't use Broly's domain on turn 1 because we have the Turles army on rotation. So they'll be giving him a lot of support, but we don't get the domain active straight away, which is unfortunate. Because yeah, everybody else on the team is an uncontrollable power character, but the Turles squad are not. Obviously they give him a good bit of support because he's a planetary destruction character, but that is something to bear in mind with the team building, I guess. The dodge, let's go. I'm not sure what the build the Rainbow Friend has. We can see why he doesn't have full level 10 links yet, sadly. I mean, certain events it won't matter, like Beast Gohan, obviously. We're fighting a Goku family enemy, so he would get it straight away regardless, but... it means we'll just have to get it on the next turn, which... that's not the end of the world. I mean, he is obviously much better when his domain is up, so it's good to have it active straight away, but... yeah, the free-to-play... oh god, yeah, we've got no slot 1 on this turn. The free-to-play Tech Paragus had no 200% units before the Part 2 Broly came out. Well, no 200% leads, I should say. I was lucky. Yeah, the GT duo are so back thanks to the trio. Absolutely. And then their support as well. Like, imagine if you could get the timing so that you can get the support, like the GT Vegeta standby on the turn where you use the family Kamehameha. Like, that's going to be ridiculous. Who do I use pity on? I already got the Tech Broly. I mean, if you only have the Tech Broly, I would say the trio, because they are the best out of the 4 units. Look at AGL Broly. Not a slot 1 unit, but still managing to do okay. That's what we like to see. And then in Broly, of course, laying the team down with just getting additional normals. He gets a guaranteed additional super at least because the enemy's name includes Goku. Which means he does have the 59% damage reduction as well. Yeah, I would say that Int Broly is the worst of the 4, but at the same time, I don't think he's bad. It's just that the other 3 are so good. Alright. And now we get Cell Max. Yeah, Tech Broly, like, with his active, can go absolutely insane on this team, especially with all the buffs and everything. Because, yeah, now we're going to have this guy's slot 1. So we'll have double legendary Super Saiyan Broly set up. Yeah, I need Cell Max to be the slot 1 on the other rotation, so him being in slot 7 was actually kind of awkward. Active skill looks so good. I'm going to create my Lavary domain. Yeah, you should use the active straight away for Int Broly. There's no reason not to, really. I mean, this team just annihilates these events. Like, the team is questionable defensively sometimes, but like the amount of damage that you do, you just fly through these events. It's crazy. At 18.1. The thing is, the attacks are just like, his damage is not particularly great, and he has no additionals built into his passive, so you get like the 1 super, and then that's it. Yeah, Tech Broly, you use his domain. Oh yeah, Tech Broly, you use his active skill on the 2nd turn. You pretty much always want him to be on turn 1 that absolutely invincible tank. But it depends, because if you have like 2 of them on the same turn. He's up to 591. It's not particularly high, but yeah, this is the problem with not having Cell Max earlier in the setup, is that I'm now at this point without a slot 1 unit, which is not really what I want. I was going to say, as long as he doesn't super straight away. Oh yeah, when he becomes Legendary Super Saiyan, I've had people in the chat tell me different things, right? So when he transforms into the Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, then on the next turn you have the option to use his active skill, which gives him a permanent buff. Now, somebody told me that if you don't use it straight away, because he stacks attack on his 18 key, then when you use the active skill, it gives him a bigger overall buff because his attack is now a lot higher. And then somebody else in the chat said it doesn't work like that. So I actually just don't know. We need our boy Proton in the chat to, if he's here, to let us know. But 136k and then dodges the normal. You'd love to see that. I have a horrible feeling that the Teles army is going to eat a super here, which is definitely not what we want. Yeah, it looks like potentially no top grossing until tomorrow. Well, it's 26%, but it's also multiplicative, so it is actually quite a large buff. Because it should be 26% of whatever the final buff is. So if he was up to like, I don't know what's the good example off the top of my head. It's a low number, but if he was going to do a 10 million attack stat, it would actually be like 12.6, which is a fairly big difference. But he doesn't do 10 million attack stats. He does like 20 odd million, right? So, hey, Teles crew taking him out. Love to see that. Tech Broly transforming. I mean, this is how quick that we're getting through. I mean, I guess we did float him off, but this is how quickly we're getting through this event. As we're now at STR Blue Gogeta. Sadly, though, the AoEs, although of course we have Broly was on turn 1, so his revival is active. So we actually can't die this turn anyway. And now we just one turn Blue Gogeta, because that's what this team does.
I'm preparing the rocket so he can escape the explosion. And a rocket built for one person.
Crushed. I mean, we might as well get this one in here as well. I don't know if Tech Broly will actually even get to attack. Although what would be really funny is if Tech Broly just gets killed by the AoE and then will still obviously revive, but it just means he won't even get to attack with the active skill. Alright, well, let's see what happens. Remember that my Tech Broly is only 55% as well. Because if he supers first, the AoE will do a lot of damage as well. Alright, so what's this looking like? Chat, he dodged. 522k, but we lived. So... 70 million. Nice. Bye, Gogeta. 49 million damage crit. Okay. Well, there you go. Is Berserker a thing that can activate mid-turn? So, if it is, then yeah, crazy. 70 million attack stat for Tech Broly. What an absolute beast. Well, there you go. There's the Imp Broly versus Blue Gogeta. Imp Broly not really doing a lot himself, it appears, but obviously the point is he's giving all that support to the team and everything. Although I suppose, well, the domain buff helps, of course. The domain was actually giving us the support, I was going to say, because otherwise it's post-revive he gets that 60%. But, yeah. I mean, this team's crazy. The reason why he works better on the team rather than as a friend leader, but obviously I haven't pulled him, is that you want those double base like Tech Brolys, because then you have your slot ones. Cell Max can potentially be a slot one depending on the rotation, but with the setup we got and not having a Cell Max like to be the slot one on the other turn, because he ended up in slot 7, that could have been a bit precarious. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that domain buff could have been the difference between Tech Broly living the AoE and not living it. So there you go. Imp Broly definitely very effective. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.